Put my chick inside some Louis and some Valentino. Put my bro inside some Gucci and some Moschino. They want my money like it's a casino.
What's good, guys? It's Poku Banks, baby. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you rather A, be unhappy and rich, or B, be unhappy and broke? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, most of you probably pick unhappy and rich. Why? Because you're unhappy, but at least you got money. And with that money, you use that to gain some short-term satisfaction in certain things like going out on holiday or buying new clothes for yourself, buying any materialistic stuff, okay? Now, with being unhappy and broke, that's just the worst place you could be in life personally, because number one, this is actually called miserable. This is called being miserable. This can lead to depression. This can lead on to long-term running mental health issues, which is bad for yourself. And I don't wish that upon anyone, especially you as a watcher. Now, if you ever one day get yourself into a situation where you go back to level 0, you're broke per se, or you're poor, and you need to get back on track, this will be a step-by-step guide which can help you change your life forever and do a whole 180 where you can get yourself back on track, back to where you was wealthy. Now, for my personal situation, if I was to go broke, I mean, getting back rich wouldn't be too hard because number one, I have the knowledge, and number two, I already still have that platform and that name that I've built for myself over the past 2 years. So for example, I don't do too many promotions, so I can just start selling promos at cheaper rates just to get more people to pay me, and I can use that money to do other things. Or for example, I can even sell my investments. Don't get me wrong, I teach you guys to never sell your investments and save it for the long term. But if worst came to worst, I could just sell my investments to gather some money, or for example, even make use of my credit lines. I've got around 2 credit cards at the moment with a credit line of around 6,400, I believe. I'll double check that later. But with that, I can use that to gather some money and then use that to do whatever I gotta do to get myself back on track. But I totally get, not everyone's in a fortunate position to have, a personal brand, to have lots of investments, to have credit lines. So this video is gonna be based on the average person and how you can get yourself back on track for real. So now the first thing in your life situation is probably the reason why you went broke is because of the people around you. You are who you hang around with. You are a representative of your 5 closest friends, okay? So if you somehow manage to go broke, then it's definitely because of the people around you. This could be your friends, this could be your family, this could be whoever, okay? Now, one thing that a lot of people get wrong with life is that they feel like just because you know someone for such a long time, you need to stay loyal to them forever. No, life does not work like that, okay? I've met some great people within the last 2 years that have given me so much value compared to people I've known all my life. So what I'm trying to say is, if there's anyone around you that are dragging you down mentally, financially, physically, then I'm sorry, but they gotta go. Because again, I call these people anchors, okay? They're anchors of you. You can't move, you can't set sail, you can't make way to the riches when these people are around you. If you're trying to do some work, if you're trying to level up financially, and these people are still asking you out to do stuff that are liabilities to your life, for example, going clubbing every weekend, going to parties, just doing unnecessary things, smoking weeds, just doing all necessary things. These people need to get cut out of your life, unfortunately. Because again, these are the anchors. And if you don't get them out of your life, you'll stay in your position forever. Also on that life situation topic, again, it's down to the things you consume. So, on your phone, when you go on Instagram, what comes up? Do girls come up? Do memes come up? Does financial content come up? Does football come up? Whatever comes up, whatever you consume is what you feed yourself on a daily basis. Whatever you see on your social media, it goes into your brain and is adding to your brain on a daily basis. Now don't get me wrong, I have memes, I have women on my social media page, but I also have financial content and entrepreneurship and business stuff related on my Instagram feed. So when I'm scrolling, I'm learning more about personal finance every single day while I'm scrolling on social media. However, for some others, they're following meme pages, they're following supermodels that don't even know them and they're liking and commenting all their pictures. This doesn't make sense. You are what you consume. For example, a bodybuilder. If a bodybuilder starts to consume lots of cakes and fat, then there won't be a bodybuilder no longer in a few months because all they're doing is consuming rubbish stuff. If you're consuming the great stuff, then you become great, simple as. It comes to the content that you read and watch on a daily. So if your Instagram feed is showing you bad things and you're watching bad things in general, then again, that's going to reflect on your life eventually. So again, if you're watching documentaries, if you're watching, ways on learning how to invest and all sorts, watching courses, reading books, if you're consuming yourself good stuff to build you and elevate you, so your life will actually turn for the better. So that's what you need to look into. Now, the second thing that I would do if I went broke is simply to sell the things that I don't need. So this can be clothing, this can be electronics, just things that you don't need in your house. Now, one brother had a great quote. He said, if you carry on to buy the things that you don't need, soon you have to sell the things that you do need, okay? To raise cash and then keep it up going, keep your lifestyle going. That's the problem with our day and age. People buying a lot of things that you don't need. And eventually when things come crashing down, you have to sell things that you really do need to keep yourself afloat. Things that you may be selling that you need could be, investments that you need for the future. Or could be literally things that you need in general, like a bed. Imagine having to sell your bed. These are the things that you don't want to have to sell. So again, don't buy things that you don't really need. There's a difference between a want and a need. A want is something of a luxury, something you desire to have. A need is something that you need to carry on with your day-to-day life. So again, do be careful what you're buying. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't buy any wants in your life. It's very, very nice and very, very great to have some wants in your life because again, it can show fulfillment, it can show achievement, all sorts. But don't go too crazy. That's the real answer to what you need to know. Now, if you are broke, yes, you're gonna have to sell some things that you don't need, just for the time being. Drop your ego, no one cares at this moment in time. Number 3, the third thing that you'll be doing if you went broke is simply to cut down your expenses like crazy. I can't lie to you, you're in no position to be enjoying life right now. So this means no parties, no clubs, no extravagant activities, no eating out, no going uptown. Like, I can't lie, the best way and the easiest way to save money is just to stay at home. So only go out if you need to, just to buy groceries and whatnot. But if you are broke and you need to get yourself out of that situation, you are in no position to be enjoying life. This also means no girls. Girls are very, very expensive. Dating is a very expensive hobby, okay? So that's out of the window anyway. But if you're in that broke situation, then this is what you're gonna do. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying act homeless. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to be very, very frugal for the next few months of your life. This also means, not even seeing friends unless, because they have to encourage you to spend more because again, you need to enjoy with them. They can't be sponsoring your outgoings every single day. So again, you have to stay away for a bit, stay low, and cut down your expenses because boy, you're gonna need it. And guys, a lot of people ask me, what is the quickest way to make money? The quickest way to make money is simply to cut down your expenses. You're saving money that you would have spent otherwise. So now money is reappearing in your bank account. The best way to do this, either you could, sign up for an app like Money Dashboard, which connects your bank account and then shows you all the categories and what you're spending on every month with your bank cards. Or you can create, you can print out a bank statements from all the banks you're gonna look at and then put into a spreadsheet, into your own categories, and then cut down and find out how much you spend on each category per month. Set yourself budgets, set yourself limits, so then you don't go over the top. Yeah, this will take you a few hours, but at least you have a one-on-one picture of your own finances, Again, this also means cut out any subscriptions that you don't really like. For example, no Netflix, you're in no position to be watching Netflix. Put Locker is free, check online, there's lots of free websites. Also, no Ubers, you better be getting bus everywhere, or even train, or walking. No subscriptions, all sorts, you better look out for that. No haircuts as well, like again, wear hats. You have to wear hats, like again, you have to cut down on a lot of your expenses. Number 4, now make sure you get a solid source of income. Now note the word solid, a solid source of income. Now this ain't just any other side hustle. A solid source of income, in my eyes, is simply a job that is willing to pay you for giving them your time, your life energy to that company. Okay, you need to do this. Why? Because you need to get some income coming in, however way. Now, if you were like an entrepreneur, or if you were like, a footballer or some sort and you went broke, you're gonna have to drop your ego, okay? You have to drop your ego because starting another business can be very, very long and tedious, and the chances of that, working is little. You need a solid source of income. You need money coming in guaranteed. You need to give away your time to get yourself on your feet. But for example, certain influencers, certain footballers, certain people, certain personalities in the media will go broke. And they wouldn't want to drop the ego. They wouldn't want to go, find a normal job because they can't go back to normal life. I'm sorry, mate, you have to drop your ego because again, money is not coming in for you. Look, this is what I would do if I was broke. You need a solid source of income, okay? Getting that money coming in, this allows you to get more options. This allows you to stack up. This allows you to save money. And guys, don't even do anything too rash. Don't go start a new business. Don't make any crazy investments. Don't invest your life savings into some shitcoin that you think will make you the next Bitcoin millionaire. Relax. Let's be real now. Let's get some solid source of income, build your money up, and then we can get started on to the next one. And the next one, number 5, make sure to develop an emergency fund so you can never go broke again and never be in this situation again, okay? Making an emergency fund will be one of the best things you ever do for your financial stability, for your mental health as well when it comes to your finances, because you have a cushion to fall back on. An emergency fund is simply a fund where it has normally, on average, 3 to 6 months worth of expenses where you can fall back on and use if emergency arises. So let's say, for example, COVID happened. Imagine COVID happened tomorrow. You have a job and COVID happened, and you have 6 months worth of expenses. This means that if COVID lasts for the next 6 months, you're good. Because again, you got 6 months of expenses. These expenses include your rent or your mortgage payment, your car payment maybe, transport, food, even leisure, even fun activities as well, okay? So again, those 6 months worth of expenses, let's say you spend on average, £800 a month, then 800 times 6, that's 4.8K in your savings account in that emergency fund. So then if COVID came tomorrow, that means you have at least, COVID has 6 months to go away so then you can start making money. Or you have 6 months to look for another job. Or you have 6 months to chill, whatever works for you. But again, having that emergency fund will allow you to be calm in these certain situations because again, when people lose their jobs, they have nothing to rely on. They're living paycheck to paycheck. So that means if their money does not come in next month, then these bills can't get paid and they have lots of things on debt. They have lots of things they have to pay to upkeep and manage a lifestyle that they're living. So again, having an emergency fund will ensure that you never get in this situation again. Now, depending on you, it depends on your risk tolerance. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, one can say 6 to 12 months worth of expenses is needed because again, being an entrepreneur and losing, money in the business, you have bad years, you have bad months. So again, maybe that may be better in your scenario. Whereas if you feel like you're in a very, very great job, you feel like the job security is top notch, then maybe a 3-month, emergency fund makes more sense because the chances of you losing a job is pretty low. But bear in mind, this isn't just for losing jobs. What if you break your leg for 4 months and you're a builder, so you need your leg to do work, to do the manual labor? With that 6-month emergency fund, you can be chilling or even looking for some jobs online, making money alongside, but waiting for your leg to heal. So again, it is necessary in this guide for you to never go broke again. Now, for the final step, number 6, this is how you now become rich. From number 5, you should be okay, you should be doing well. Even from number 4, you should be okay. But number 6, building multiple sources of income is no longer, an option, no longer a luxury, but it's now a necessity in today's day and age. So that's number 6. This is what you need to start doing. Now, to be fair, number 6, you don't do number 6 chronologically, so you don't do it once you've developed the emergency fund. You're doing this all simultaneously to everything that I've mentioned before. So even from step 1, you're doing number 6. And this is to simply be on YouTube, be on the internet, be on these forums, reading books, learning, thinking of ways that you could develop another source of income, create a business on the side, okay? This is what you should be doing on the side, simultaneous to all of these other steps. Why? Because again, you don't want to be stuck in this position forever. You don't want to have to be liable. You don't have to put all of your trust and effort into your employer to make sure he pays you at the end of every single month, so then you can go pay your kids, okay? You don't want to put that stress on him. Well, not even in fact putting that stress, but you're putting all that power into him. He has the power to dictate whether your kids eat next month. No, that's crazy. I find that crazy. You need to make sure you develop another source of income so that, you can make your own money whenever you need to. For me, for example, I can go trade and make as much money as I need to, okay? Because I've got that other source of income, I've got that skill set. But let me just say, me personally, if I was starting again today and I didn't know anything, I didn't know any other side hustles, I just needed a way to start making money, then I wouldn't do drop shipping, I wouldn't do trading, I wouldn't do social media marketing. What I would do though, people will actually be shocked at this, but I would actually do Amazon FBA. I would do Amazon FBA. If I was to start again today, I would do Amazon FBA. And the reason I would pick Amazon FBA is just judging by the amount of success I've seen from people close to me and doing well. For example, even Jack's Amazon Club, if you guys know him, he just bought a Ferrari just off Amazon FBA. That's his main business and he's been doing it for 2 years and he just bought a blue Ferrari. So that just goes to show you what is possible. I have some other friends, I have some business partners, they do Amazon FBA, they're making money. I feel like Amazon FBA is one of those businesses where if you just buy a course and you know what to do and you learn it and you go through it, you will make money. Because again, Amazon is one of the biggest online retailers in the world. So again, think of that. When Jeff Bezos is making money, you're also making money alongside with him. So think of that. But guys, don't forget you need to invest your solid source of income into this, business, Amazon FBA for example. This is what I recommend in my opinion. You can learn on YouTube for free, so do search it out. Check it out everywhere. Even check out Jax as well. I think he's got a free course on his YouTube channel, around 53 minutes, so do check that out. But make sure you invest this solid source of income to build the next source of income. So then you're now free. This will make, in terms of your mental, you'll be a lot more chiller, okay? Yes, when you're actually doing business and you're growing your business and you go through the struggles, yes, it could be a little bit annoying at times, a little bit tedious, a little bit stressful, but knowing that you got money coming from here, is one of the best feelings in the world. Why? Because you have that security. So guys, you're not just doing this just to have more money coming in, no. We're doing this for financial freedom. We're doing this for a clear mind, to be able to do what we want on our terms and to never go broke again. Now guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is what I would do if I went broke today and I lost all my memory for some reason. I mean, this is what I'll do to, do it again, okay? Make sure you consume the right things, develop an emergency fund, sell what you don't need, and then again, just make sure you build that mindset because again, it's all down to here. Whatever goes on in here and around you, your environment, is what will dictate whether you're broke or rich in the future, okay? Now, I hope you all enjoyed that. You already know, it's Poku Banks, baby.